Hi everybody, my name is Bay Dornboss, and today is the last day of the year. I wanted to celebrate this year, and I had an idea to make a video talking about all the shit that I've been through. And then I decided, fuck that. Instead, let's do something chill. So I'm just gonna read you a bunch of poetry I wrote last night and this morning. That's, I guess, basically an impromptu poetry album. I've got myself some dark chocolate hot chocolate in a mug my sister made me for Christmas that I really like. And I've got some water here too. So grab yourself some water, grab some hot chocolate maybe, I don't know, fucking s'mores, whatever you eat at Christmas. And just like relax and enjoy yourself. We're gonna do minimal editing on this one. I'm just gonna sit and read these poems. The sun's gonna be glaring in my fucking eyes, but whatever, we'll make it work. And we're just gonna have a good time. So please enjoy these poems. I will be reading out the names, which I will put on screen, and then I will be reading the actual poems. And sometimes I think I might put up some art that I've done this year just to show it off. So if you see art with like a little title under it, it's unrelated to the poem. I just wanted to show off some art. So here we go. Sore eyes. I live inside a frigid heart. Melted eyes take the room from what was once a home, tinsel towered, blooming foliage of a non-unique variety, yet now stands as a passing fad, a memory, one perhaps best forgotten. At first felt this strained relief, my heart was pure but nothing gold. As clock counts down from 19 to 20, my only thought is, she is home. In the month that passed, spats of grief and movies made from overseas, and we all asked to play D&D, but nothing left but this sight, sore eyes. Reading handwritten notes has never been my strong suit. My autobiography cannot be trusted. The author is a sack of shit. Red walls and ghosts of pride and sin and roommates to watch BoJack with. A year could never start so good. A year could never start so good. So, good luck with all that you will see. It's nothing worth a drag or damn. Teeth look down my throat, still smiling. Snide remarks, manipulation. Forget. What'd you get for Christmas? I hope you got some shit you're happy with. Let me know what you got. I'd love to tell you about what I got. Maybe I'll make a video about that. I don't know. I hope you had a good holiday. If you don't celebrate Christmas, I hope you enjoyed your other shit. You know, Hanukkah's cool. I don't really know what Kwanzaa is, but that's because I'm uncultured. Anyways. Maybe by Monday I'll be okay. Death in the family. Of the family. Eat the family's heart out nicely. Scream at the top of your lungs on the 23rd. It doesn't matter who the fuck you hurt, or who the fuck hurt you. Feet planted, rooftops, and I can see the whole city from here, and I can see my whole life from here, and there is a bed. Concrete jungle. Pushing winds, force a phone, conversation you cannot win. We set another road to block, intervene, intervention. I am going to be completely honest with you. As my best friend, I do not feel comfortable being held liable for your safety, and as such, I'm going to handle this situation like an inconsiderate dumbass. Modus operandi. Now we throw our arms away, lie to men in button-up shirts, sign my entire life away, move my entire life away up 2 floors. And it's a bit much for someone like me. But with her hand to hold, the sun may as well be at sea level. Her name is a rooftop, and at this point, feet planted. But I can't see a thing from here. I can't see my whole life from here, and there is a bed. She lays facing away from me. Can I break the wall between, or am I the architect? Concrete jungle. That one was okay. I screwed up a little bit, but that's alright. It's okay to screw up. Screwing up's a part of life, you know? Sometimes you just kind of roll with it. Normally I'd make myself redo the whole thing like 20 times, but I just want to relax today. And also, I'm squinting so much because the fucking sun is so bright. This one goes out to Julius Caesar. My cup, a broken chalice, full to brim with lies I've told, in hopes the world can shape my eyes into high beams on the freeway. at night, in summer, after rehearsal, to see someone, anyone, me, metaphorically speaking. In these sorts of situations, I default to victim. My brain lays traps without my explicit consent to destroy my life and make everyone I love hate my guts. 1 for 2 already, and spoilers for those of you at home. 2 for 2 already. But can she not see my back straight with ashtrays in place of my mouth that once spoke in blasphemy and prose and poetry, all to get ahead, and her last name near mine, and her clay in my hands, red walls still up, they repainted brighter. Now I'm fucking around with this clay. I'm making it my own, but she's aware of self, and the mask on my face that covers ashtrays means she cannot read the words I speak, and her family could scream on behalf of the world, and this girl, and this girl, and this girl, and this girl has been locked up for 2 years of her life. Though some see liberation, I am but King George. And now, it's only in feeling. Her love, for my bittersweet poison spit, is dagger to the vertebrae. Take it out, please, and hand it to me. I cannot survive this pain for another 52 weeks. I am no monarch. Suicide King. I like that one. That's cool. I'm happy with it. Let's drink some more hot chocolate. This shit's so good, y'all. My sister made me this mug. Like I said, it says professional loser. It's like one of our things. It's actually like the perfect mug. I just made something in it for the first time. And you know, you swirl around the fork or whatever, spoon, whatever you got. And usually it makes a bunch of noise, and I don't like the way it feels. But this one didn't make like any fucking noise. It's perfect. It's almost gone already. God damn. All right, where are we at? In April, I didn't shower. In May, I didn't smile. Walking speed, step away, and breathe the air like it won't be cyanide. Pizza parties like elementary. Miss Hickson says she's pregnant. Water cooler talk with raised hands and jokes about movement, mortuary. More or less, it's my mistake. She plays games and says goodnight, but I can smell disdain. When her lips reach mine. Unusual, by the way. She does not kiss me back when I pull away, and she used to. But not anymore. Like it's grown up, grown apart. Like her kissing me is a story from elementary school. Miss Hickson says she's pregnant, but now our stories have graduated and she feels only pain. And this vase that is my heart, a muscle torn and shaped by boulders, cast iron, ametrine, liquid luck, bong hits so big I fast traveled, great stories told by adventurers with more than a few fair maidens, is suddenly not enough for ears like hers. Or perhaps she doesn't listen because the world cries more. Or perhaps she doesn't listen because she is a mirror, and I lead by example. Don't forget to drink water. Hot chocolate's good, but water is necessary for life. And you can just throw it in the snow. Fuck it. Every day's great at your June-ass. Time stopped. Less than a minute left. How did I set a countdown to the rest of my life? 1 minute off. Note to self, never say, sometimes I feel like you don't love me, because she will respond, maybe you're right. Too real. Today is my birthday, and all I want is a time machine and a ride back home. Living, void, breathing, breathtakingly horrific. If I could douse you in anything, it'd be gasoline. I hate the void. I cannot breathe. Internally horrified. If you could douse me in anything, please let it be gasoline. Every shard of the soul is embers going out, not enough to light the way. When night does come, sleep forbidden. Can you recall the last time you heard a silence so negative, eardrums began to pop? Phone calls you cannot win. She's at the plate, swing and a miss, and her mentor says, "It's over, kid. You were just a name on a list." Therapy. Not for you, for her. Therapy. Who the fuck do you think you are? Not to her, to you. Get off the raft and swim to shore if you're so goddamn tired, bae. Do fucking anything but sit around, make some art, make a difference, make yourself useful. But how do stars evolve in the cold, dark dead of night? And even so, I am not a star. I am a collection of the void, roughly molded into a person with body borrowed and constitution crafted out of sticks and leaves and twine, eyes made out of kindling. Living void. Breathing, breathtakingly horrific. If I could douse you in anything, it would be gasoline. I hate the void. I cannot breathe. Internally horrified. If you could douse me in anything, please God, let it be gasoline. I'm wearing a new shirt I got. It says Manifest. On the back it says Goro Akechi. He's a character from Persona. And I'm wearing a little thing under it. I feel like I look kind of cute. Got this, my punk jacket over it because I like mixing the styles, like preppy and punk. It's kind of my thing, if I have one. So yeah. Damn, dude. This is some good ass hot chocolate. Ooh, it's getting cold. Probably should stop setting it in the snow. I hope you're staying safe, and I hope you're having a good life. The year's been tough, but remember, just to breathe. And as much as it's awful, it will end eventually. If you need help, 4-7-8 breathing always helps me. Breathe in for 4, hold for 7, exhale on 8. Calms your nerves and stuff. I think it's really good. Maybe try it. Sea heat. Facial... We're going to redo that one, because I said facial. That's okay. Facial expressions, line art, no exceptions, statuesque poses, and lack... You know, we're going to breathe really quick. Let's do some 4-7-8 together, because I need a little bit for this one. I made the words too hard for myself. All right. Cool. Here we go. It's called Sea Heat. Facial expressions, line art, no exceptions, statuesque poses, and equal lack of change or interest in how one does contort the form. I am but a basic outline of a person made almost entirely out of primary colors with thick black edges that let anyone know when they're in danger of being blotted out by my charisma. It is my highest stat, after all. Useless in this cell, Jill for one, but I am so much more. I am the name written in tears on your pillows at night and the ex we try to forget about, the wild stench of dirty shoes wafting from your coffee black and muddy pants and stolen jackets and vodka bottles refilled twice and finishing moves in video games nobody's ever played, a stowaway, emotionally homeless, even at the best of times. You are the thesis to every statement, the letters in my head write, but in 3D space I sleep, I almost never think of you, except of course on occasions, rarely, when your name is on my screen. I have no idea when I am, but she is when she still loathes me, for good reason. Sitting here, lying there, the only difference is 5 feet, but I manage better than before, and by the time I blink it will be tomorrow, and by the time I blink it will be That one was a little difficult. That one took us a couple tries, but that's okay. I'm really happy with all this. My goal is to eventually put this out on Spotify or something with some beats under it. That could be kind of cool, right? All right, poem number 8 is called I Came Out of the Closet on 9/11, and I think that is a perfect representation of my inabilities to plan my actions ahead of time, to be considerate of other people, and to think before speaking. Even so, I do it again, and you can't stop me. For 23 years, I said I was a boy. And best of all, I only lied about half that time, because I didn't know who I was until I slept under broken ceilings. A wasteland, near a place that my grandfather once called colder than the Arctic, no snow or ice at any point, lest you count the memories of death, frozen in time. Mind-blowing, some would say, though you could argue it's in poor taste. The point is that plane rides and tickets in hands and lanyards on necks and people in line led to the first person in my life I met that rewrote their own name willingly. I will never forget him. Dimitri. We spoke for a full episode of Big Bang Theory, though unlike watching the show, I enjoyed my time. That is, until my whole universe was in a hot, dense state. Nearly 14 years of life had been shattered by 5 words. Do you support trans people? 5 words in return. I don't know what that means. 5 more. I'm trans, female to male. 5 back. Okay, cool. Works for me. And that smile that held his face hostage told me so much, yet I felt like I had done nothing. I hadn't even questioned if he was a guy or not, but for a moment, it seemed like that was not a common occurrence. The stench of people marched on in time. The long story short, we were at a conference of the minds looking forward at a panel of white men. It was 2013 after all. And Dimitri got up to ask a question, the same one he had asked me, worded slightly grander, a bit more than 5 words this time. What do you guys say to fans in your community who don't support the LGBT? His response changed my life. Get out. We don't want you here. If you don't accept people, then we don't accept you. And for the first time, it felt alright to look within. 7 years later, I'm standing in my parents' living room saying, this is who I am. Yo, ice just fell and it was cool. And the sun is too bright. I should have set this up in a different spot, but this was the best I got. Yo, 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 There is no concept of time, only the concept of stagnation and growth. I have been just as I am for longer than we spoke our names into ponds and lakes and rivers of blood-red love, the towering moon, static television, or even Homeric stories with hats whipping wildly through the winds of time screaming, there is nothing left of me. There is nothing left of me at all for you fascist pigs. And we did sleep together. In brush and briar, amber stone of heart so holy, left upon a midnight dream that summer was of heat and harmony, and texts from you when with my friends that say, I want you closer, dear, and if that was yesterday, I would not know my lost watch, found in the movement I dreaded. The walls, now a mortuary, as I did come to expect just then, not to brag, but I'm always right, it is my highest stat after all. My words are merely callbacks to a person who never truly lived or even existed in the first place. I lost my soul to a tattoo gun. Took a shot left to rot, best to not doubt my name, same devout lot, or set a spiral staircase for a medulla oblongata. They ought to take the time to take their pills to write it down every day. That seems to be the only chance I have at mitigating my panic response. This year feels like time. This year feels like the time I went to see a movie high. We only stayed for the first act, left a friend in the car, freaking the fuck out, bad trip, bad friends, even without the drugs or the companions. This year feels much the same. Freaking the fuck out, bad trip, bad friends. Oh man, y'all, we're on the last one. We're at the very end. Poem number 10. Absolutely delicious. In love. Love it, love it, love it. Beautiful, great mug. Works perfectly. Amazing. Dark chocolate, hot chocolate. Highly recommend it. And, of course, a good little sip of water for taste. For taste. How fucking pretentious can I be? I am sitting here in a crew neck with a white dress shirt under it, reading poetry in the snow. I'm drinking water for the taste. Alright, cool. This is the last one. Here we go. It's called Eyesore. Speech patterns indirectly linked to how often you praise forgiveness. Rub the day out of my eyes, and all I see are bloodshot selfies that feel true to self in the same way they feel magnificent, disingenuous. At first felt this hollow cave and place of heart was nothing but foolish gold. As clocks count down from 20 to 21, my only thought was, where is home? Not to place such titles on a girl I've never met. No, now I search and roam the earth for an answer fitting for a monarch. I am not a king, and I do not kill myself at the end of every story. Sometimes I look to my right, expecting to see a flat face, unimpressed and bored, or short curly hair and crooked teeth for pupils and button-down shirts, or fucking anyone at this point, but it is just a character slot held by a question mark. Teal walls, and ghosts of loss and isolation and monsters to rip your lungs to shreds. A year could never start so good. A year could never start so good. So, good riddance to this piece of shit that stole my face and called itself a man worth living or even a man at all. Good riddance to this silent death that pounds daggers into my wall. Good grief, you've caused me quite a bit, and now your time is up. You're done. Death to 2020. Long live 21. Or so I'd say. If time's personification made any difference whatsoever, this year was not the problem. I was. And perhaps the best way to find the fix is to lose myself in a bottle or two. Will I be myself next year? I don't fucking know. But I am sick of teeth looking down my throat. Fake smiles, snide remarks, manipulation. This time next year, I'll hate the me saying these words. Thank God. So yeah, I'll drink to that. And if I'm lucky, I won't forget. That was fun. It's nice out. I hope, you know, that you fucking, I hope you fucking are happy. Truly. This really all I want, is you to be happy. Is everybody to be happy. And good and kind, and to treat people with respect, but to be happy, nonetheless. I hope this year wasn't the most dogshit year ever for you, though I find it a little hard to believe if it wasn't. Even though it's going to be some time before this whole situation is over and fixed and we're all getting stabbed with needles, you know, I think that next year will be better. So thanks for watching any of my videos, if you've watched even one this year. Thank you for the support. Next year I will be making videos all year, and all year the next year, probably until I'm dead, even if I never break 400 subscribers, because this is just what I love to do. And sometimes I get very frustrated with it, and I get annoyed, and I feel like it's too hard, and like I'm pushing myself too much, and like I've been working on these videos that were supposed to be out like 2 weeks ago, and then they're not coming out till technically next year, and it's like a whole thing. And I'm so worried that they won't get the views that I want them to get because it's taking longer to come. But you know what, dude? I need to step back sometimes and just do this shit, and just remember, like, I'm doing this because I love this. Fuck the views, dude. 5 views, 1 view, I don't give a shit. If one person enjoys this and has a good day because of it, then it's fucking worth it to me. I make art because I like making art, not because I want to be famous. I mean, I do want to be famous, but that's not why I make art. They just happen to coincide. They're two separate things. Anyways, I could ramble forever. This has already been fucking over 20 minutes long. So, yeah, I really hope that you have a great night. Great year, really. I really fucking hope that you're staying safe. And I love you. So much more than you could ever realize. I truly, deeply, from the bottom of my heart, love you unconditionally. And I only want the best for you. Thank you so much.